Hello there. Welcome to my channel. I am Tolulope Faken. Welcome back to my channel. They said growth is beautiful, but no one told me it would feel like grief. Because real growth, it doesn't always look like winning every time. Sometimes it looks like walking away, saying no, letting go of dreams you once prayed for. Sometimes it looks like silence, because you're just too tired to explain the new you. Hmm. And if you've ever wondered, am I doing this wrong? Because your growth feels hard, quiet, or lonely, you're not alone. In fact, you might just be growing right. Let's talk about the truth nobody talks about, but everybody needs to hear it. Let me take you back to a season in my life. It looked like failure on the outside. I just walked away from a role that once lit me up, but slowly started to drain me. On paper, everything looked great, but inside, I was shrinking. I didn't recognize myself anymore. Leaving really felt like quitting, like I was losing a big part of me. But now, I see it wasn't failure. It was a breakthrough in disguise. You see, we've been sold this idea that growth is always upward, climbing the ladders, smiling every step of the way. But the real growth, it can be messy. It's not always linear. It's often invisible. Psychologists talk about the growth zone, where we stretch, stumble, and then strengthen. To get there, we must leave the comfort zone. And our brains, they hate unpredictability. They see change, even good change, as a threat. So if you felt fear, resistance, even sadness, it doesn't mean you're failing. It means your brain is doing what it's wired to do. It means you are evolving. What does growth really look like? It looks like repeating an old pattern, but this time you notice it. You pause, then you pivot. It looks like crying on the floor after a bold decision and still getting up to do it again. It looks like progress no one claps for because no one sees it. Imagine growth as a spiral staircase. From above, it looks like you're circling the same spot, but you're not. You are ascending. Each loop is at a higher level, wiser, stronger, and deeper. There's a model called the U curve of change. It shows that transformation often feels worse before it feels better, especially in therapy, in leadership, in identity work. There's a dip before the rise. That's not failure. That is the process. I love this quote by Fabian Fredrickson. The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. So, if you're in the soil phase, looking like you're buried, unseen, quiet, you are still growing. Stay planted. If you're wondering whether you're really growing, ask yourself these three questions. What am I willing to let go of that I used to cling to? Maybe it's approval, a title, a version of you that no longer fits. What discomfort am I tolerating now that I used to avoid? Hard conversations, journaling honestly, quiet moments with God instead of the noise. B. What boundaries have I set lately that protect my peace? Because growth is not always adding more. Sometimes it's removing what drains you. So take a breath. The fact that you're asking these questions, that is growth. Now, this is your reminder. You're not behind. You are becoming. What if today you measured growth by resilience, not results? by how faithfully you are becoming, not how fast you are moving. Because personal growth isn't about perfection, and so is life. It is about presence, intention, becoming more of who God designed you to be, and even in the dark when nobody sees you. Now, comment below. What is one uncomfortable thing you're doing right now that's actually a sign of your growth? I want to hear it and share your own. And if you are ready to grow with clarity, identity, and confidence, join me in one of my workshops or book a one-to-one session on my website. Let's walk this journey together because here, you don't have to go alone.